What is the plan to replace the massive Defensive Player of the Year shoes of Nick Bosa, Matt?
Bullpen by committee. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have any other choice. They have 9 defensive linemen suited up on game days. Nobody's going to do what Nick Bosa does, but it's going to take a lot of different guys stepping up. Maiocco Williams, a rookie, 11 pick overall. Boy, he's played really well, but he's not like that pass rusher that Nick Bosa is. He's a really good run defender as a base defensive end, and then he slides inside and rushes the passer, but he's not going to pile up the big sack numbers of Bosa. And then you have Bryce Huff. 49ers went out and got him in a trade from the Eagles. That's looking now like a big deal because he's basically their top pass rusher right now on the team, and I don't even know who the number 2 guy would be. So, they're turning to guys like Bryce Huff and Sam Okawanu, Yetur Gross-Matos, Maiocco Williams. They're going to have to mix and match. And hey, this is why they gave Robert Saleh the big bucks. He's going to have to be more creative with the coverages on the back end, dialing up blitzes. Maybe you see Fred Warner do some more stuff, or D Winters, or Upton Staff coming out of the slot, blitzing at the nickelback position. So, there's no guy that they can just slide in there and say, okay, now you're Nick Bosa, go get the quarterback, and they just move on. It's going to take a lot of different guys stepping up their games.
I think you're breaking news, Matt. Fred Warner can do more? What?
Can you believe it? Yeah.
More stuff from Fred Warner. What does that look like? Like magic? Like what? Singing? I mean, doing a halftime act? Like, honestly. Really?
Yeah, and what I'm saying there is maybe they put even a little bit more on his plate.
Sure.
As far as getting after the quarterback.
I got it.
Maybe getting a handful of sacks this season. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? He does everything else. Why not add that to his repertoire?
5 weeks from now is the trade deadline, so clearly this is way too early, but screw it. I'm already hearing from Niner fans. I think Chris, who's not even one, was mentioning the other day, let's just say the Bengals fall apart. Trey Hendrickson might be, available. Maybe, Cam Jordan for the Saints, if he wants to say, hey, I want to go potentially ring chase before the end of my career. Is that something salary cap or draft capital wise the Niners can stomach, endeavor? What do you think, Matt?
I think they can do it, but it'll be difficult because I would suspect that once any team or teams, especially in the NFC, get a whiff of the 49ers' interest in Trey Hendrickson, then they're going to come strong too, and that asking price or what it would take as far as the compensation would only rise. So I don't think it's too feasible, but hey, back in 2023, the 49ers kind of came out of nowhere to acquire Chase Young at the trade deadline, and that was something that was seen as a big deal at the time. And Chase Young helped the 49ers, no doubt about it. A little bit up and down, but he had a really good Super Bowl. And could they do something again? They could. I don't know how feasible it is. I don't know how realistic it is, but John Lynch has always been very aggressive as far as going after guys. My guess, it would be probably somebody a little bit more under the radar, somebody who just wouldn't step in and be, the guy, but somebody who could just kind of lift the floor of what they expect from their edge rushers. That would be my thought.
So, obviously we hear what fans are saying and what fans keep, saying over and over again, especially Matt Maiocco. And all we've heard since Robert Saleh left the 49ers to take the Jets head coaching job, all we heard from Niners fans was just like, man, if we only could get Saleh back. And that's been the problem with our defense. Do you think the first 3 weeks of the season have given full credence, box check, on the fan sentiment on that regard, Matt?
And then some. Yeah, I mean, just think about the task that he had, coming back to the 49ers and incorporating all of the young guys. Because when he took that job, he knew, I mean, they were up front with him. They knew that they were going to be parting ways with a lot of the veteran players. And, they in essence waived or released 3 of their starting defensive linemen to open the 2024 season: Javon Hargrave, Malik Collins, and Leonard Floyd. And then they knew that there was a good chance that Dre Greenlaw wouldn't be back, Charvarius Ward, Talanoa Hufanga. There are 6 guys right there who were key players on the 49ers defense, or at least envisioned to be key players on the 49ers defense in 2024. So they knew with a lot of draft picks, they were going to bring in a lot of fresh faces, and it was up to Robert Saleh and his staff to get those guys ready to play. And then the 2025 draft rolls around, and they were true to their words. 5 defensive players with their first 5 picks in that draft. And then you add another guy a little bit later, Marquise Siegel, who earned a starting job at safety from week 1. So the 49ers have so many young guys on that defense, and it's up to Saleh to get those guys up to speed, learn what they can and can't do, and fit the pieces together, while all the while probably having to be a lot more creative than he was during his first time with the 49ers, because they don't have that dominant pass rush, 4 guys across the defensive front who they just go get the quarterback and we'll play cover 3 on the back end. They're doing a lot more things defensively. Robert Saleh is definitely earning his keep.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.